a tropical storm watch is in effect for the following areas: in Texas, Cameron Island, coastal Cameron, coastal Willacy, Kennedy Island and Willacy Island. Tropical storm watch in effect. What? East winds 25 to 35 knots with gusts up to 40 knots and seas 8 to 13 feet. Where? Portions of the Gulf of Mexico and the Laguna Madre. When? Tropical storm force winds possible from Wednesday morning until early Thursday morning. Impacts. Very strong winds will cause hazardous seas which could capsize or damage vessels and reduce visibility. Mariners should consider altering plans to avoid possible hazardous conditions. The main import: seek safe harbor, alter course, and/or secure the vessel for severe wind and seas. Tropical storm watch now in effect for the lower Texas coast. New information: current watches and warnings. A tropical storm watch is in effect for Cameron Island, coastal Cameron, coastal Kennedy, coastal Willacy, Kennedy Island, and Willacy Island. Situation overview. At 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a very large area of low pressure across the Bay of Campeche is expected to move toward the north-northwest near 7 miles per hour, with this general motion expected to continue through Tuesday. A turn toward the west-northwest is expected Tuesday night or Wednesday, and the system is likely to approach the western Gulf Coast late Wednesday as a potential tropical depression or tropical storm. As a result of this uncertainty and the broad scope of the low, tropical storm watches are now in effect for coastal waters and island to coastal portions of Kennedy, Willacy and Cameron counties for potential tropical cyclone 1. Regardless of tropical development, the main hazards across the lower Texas coast into deep South Texas remain: flooding, rainfall of generally 4-8 inches, with localized rainfall amounts up to 10 or more inches, especially towards the coast. Beach and marine conditions will become dangerous as well, with coastal flooding, deadly rip currents, high surf, gusty winds, and low visibility and heavy rainfall. The strongest winds of this tropical system may reside well north of any circulation and extend further. Tropical wind gusts to 40 knots are possible offshore and potentially just into coastal portions of Kennedy, Willacy, and Cameron counties. Next update. The next local statement will be issued by the National Weather Service in Brownsville, Texas around 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, or sooner if conditions warrant. This is a special weather statement for the following areas: in Texas, Brooks, coastal Cameron, coastal Willacy, Hidalgo, inland Cameron, inland Willacy, Kennedy, Starr and Zapata. Elevated heat index values today. The combination of above normal high temperatures and relative humidity percentages will result in uncomfortably hot conditions across deep South Texas and the Rio Grande Valley today. Heat index values are expected to range between 105 and 110 degrees this afternoon and early evening. Isolated areas may briefly experience heat indices of 111 degrees for a short period of time. If working outside today, be sure to drink plenty of water, wear loose-fitting and light-colored clothing, and take frequent breaks in air-conditioned locations. Be sure to check on elderly and infirm neighbors and relatives, provide shade and fresh water for outdoor pets and livestock, and check the back seat of your vehicle when transporting children. Flood watch in effect from late Tuesday night through Thursday afternoon. What? Flooding caused by excessive rainfall is possible. Where? All of deep South Texas and the Rio Grande Valley, including the following areas: Brooks, Cameron Island, coastal Cameron, coastal Kennedy, coastal Willacy, inland Cameron, inland Kennedy, inland Willacy, Jimhog, Kennedy Island, northern Hidalgo, southern Hidalgo, Starr, Willacy Island and Zapata. When? From late Tuesday night through Thursday afternoon. Impacts: excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Flooding may occur in poor drainage and urban areas. Low water crossings may be flooded. Additional details: http://www.weather.gov/safety/ flood. You should monitor later forecasts and be alert for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop.